Good afternoon. This is Granny Fisher. Please subscribe, share, and comment below on this video. I wrote down what I'm going to say today, so if I look down, that's what I'm looking at. I just happen to be writing in my journal, and I wrote a lot of stuff that I thought I'd share with you today as we look back on 2020. 2020 is winding down. Rough year. Wildfires burned Australia and the U.S. West Coast. COVID hit the world. Lockdowns stopped travel, freight, and movie productions and wrecked the economy. Masks, pick up only at restaurants, working and school from home, and in some places curfews changed our entire culture. Old people and teens died from hopelessness, loneliness, and suicide. People withdrew. Some people adopted pets, and others abused their children. Riots burned major cities. The rise of socialism and communism on one side, vocal Christianity and patriotism on the other. President Trump, investigated by the Democrats for 3 years, was finally impeached, but the only thing they could charge him with in the end was contempt of Congress. Heck, most Americans have contempt for Congress. The press and social media colluded with Democrats to destroy Trump, from shouting rude, insulting, and repetitive questions at him in press conferences, to writing misleading headlines to put him in a bad light, to focusing on every tiny error he made to the exclusion of all the good he did. In the midst of it all, Trump built the border wall that he'd promised, produced many raids on sex traffickers, freeing hundreds of women and children from slavery and abuse, ended foreign wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and crafted peace agreements between Israel and 3 Arab nations. Statesmen in 4 other nations nominated Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. 4 nominations based on these accomplishments. But as one conservative commentator put it, the My Pillow guy has a better chance of getting the Nobel Peace Prize than President Trump. Heck, the pillow has a better chance of getting the prize. Even though Barack Obama was given that formerly prestigious prize as soon as he was elected president, when he hadn't done anything for world peace. Under President Trump, the economy was steaming along. The stock market hit record high after record high as companies brought their business production back to the U.S. Essential medicines like insulin were forced to drop their price, and hospitals were made to provide the cost of procedures up front with no hidden charges. More minorities found work under Trump's watch than at any time in history, and 24% of those who voted for him this month were people of color. There is considerable doubt about the outcome. There is considerable doubt about the outcome of the November 3rd, 2020 election. Republican poll watchers were kicked out of some election sites and were kept 6 to 20 feet away from the ballots as they were counted at others. There were reports of trucks pulling up to polling sites in the middle of the night and offloading box loads of mail-in ballots. Vote counting on election night ground to a halt in key states, with Trump leading in what appeared to be a close race, and when they started back up, Biden leaped ahead in the count. The Dominion machines used in many states were a product of corruption, made to make sure Venezuelan dictator Hugo Chavez won every election, no matter how the people voted. And now here they were being used against us in the United States. But because our own press is colluding with those seeking to destroy the United States, many Americans know none of what I just said. Spoken by an old journalist who is very sad about 2020. This is Granny Fisher. I'll see you next time.